from Oakley High School. So to start this off, we're just going to do like a 90-second just like intro to what their platform is and what they're bringing to Youth Governor. So we'll start with Youth Governor Tilly.
It's great to be here. So my platform is pretty simple. I want to help teachers out if that requires higher pay or better resources to help them teach the students so that our young Idahoans can have a great future here. I also want to make sure that, especially in northern Idaho, we have lands able to be logged because that's a very important part of our economy up there, and it really helps drive small communities and even the bigger communities up there too. And also, lastly, I just want to make sure that we have fun. So it's no secret that sometimes there are more lighthearted bills that are written, and sometimes those aren't the best, but if they're constitutional, there's nothing wrong with them. I don't see why we can't consider them passing them and signing them into law. And that's it.
All right, moving on to the Youth Governor part.
Good morning, everyone. So my platform is a little bit different. So socially, I'm a little more liberal on how my platform goes. I think that like inclusivity in education, things like expanding LGBT rights is very important for Idaho, especially since we're a bit behind on that kind of stuff. More importantly, though, when it comes to like economics, for like regulation of like agricultural farmers, for like our potato industry, it's important that there's less regulation. I think state governments have done a lot to increase regulation over the past decade over our starchy plants, and it's important that we keep regulation low to keep our economy flourishing. Like in fact, since Idaho is the main exporter for potatoes, it's important that we keep focus on our agricultural sector. In terms of education, I'm for expanding funding. I think that Idaho has cut back funding in education, which is extremely disruptive towards our environment for teaching. Teachers' education is important, especially for students, since we're lagging behind nationally, and it's important that Idaho gets back on that spot. We have a lot of great universities here. We have Boise State right in the area. We have ISU down in Pocatello, and it's important that we keep those priorities in mind. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Moving on to Youth Governor Wolf.
Good morning, everyone. I'd like to thank the other candidates, Caitlin and the press staff, and all the YMCA advisors to make this happen for us. My name is Bailey Wolf, and I'm a junior at Centennial High School. And through the years of going through school, I've realized things that need a change. We live in such an increasingly diverse state, and Idaho's community is growing quickly, bringing in more diversity and talent every day. We need to keep the diversity and talent in Idaho. This effort begins with giving smaller businesses a greater opportunity to expand and grow in Idaho. And as a seventh-generation Idahoan, I am happy to see the growth that has taken place, from the stories that my grandparents would tell me to the experiences I'm making on my own. We also live in such a beautiful state, and with beautiful mountains, trees, flowers, and nature everywhere. And I would like to care for the natural beauty of Idaho and advocate for more mindful preserving natural resources and to keep that beauty thriving. Lastly, we live in such an innovative state, and change is needed to improve education, starting from preschool all the way through college, middle school, giving those Idahoan children a chance to grow and to be able to have a broader spectrum on what to learn. And we'd also, I think it's important to give high school students and college students be a backbone for them and to give them a chance to grow.
All right, thank you, Youth Governor Wolf. Moving on to Youth Governor Jones.
Yes, thank you. My name is Chandler Jones. I'm from Oakley High School. If you know where that is, very small. So I think a lot of my platform goes along with education in small schools. And many of these guys maybe not know what that's like, but I have a lot of experience with that, and not being able to take the classes you would like, to further your education in college, being limited in resources. Teaching-wise, a lot of teachers, we get, say, a teacher that's really good and they're gone in a year because they have a better opportunity at a bigger school. So finding ways to keep those teachers in areas that are so great, like Oakley is, small towns that have a lot of awesome values, and it's really good places to grow up. But with education limiting that, maybe drives people away. And with Idaho growing so rapidly, I think it's important that, instead of Boise just growing, there's a lot of small towns that are really good places that people can be raised and grow up in. And I think that kind of starts with education and keeping people in small towns and keeping people in all the good places in Idaho. And especially, I think, and then more of that depends on jobs too. There's not always jobs to support all the people in small towns, but jobs are important and economy is important. So I think that education and jobs is a pretty important part of where we want to go in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Alright, now we're going to move on to specific tailored questions to each of their platforms. So we'll start with Youth Governor-elect Tilley. Alright, Mr. Tilley, we'll just go with that. Mr. Tilley, what tools are you looking to provide teachers and the administration in schools? What is your definition of academic success, and how will your approach improve or ensure that?
So first, I think we need to make sure we have good teachers here. The best way to do that, I think, is increasing pay. That'll help teachers stay at smaller schools. It'll help teachers want to go there, and it'll also help teachers at bigger schools. And then great teachers will also help students. Maybe they're going to have better success if they're going to have a teacher that can connect with them better. And so academic success, then I think that's when we have a good high school graduation rate. We have people going off and leaving high school and going to college or technical school or trade schools so that they can have a good life, financially stable life. And I think that all starts with increasing teacher pay and also giving them resources that they need.
All right, thank you. And following that, you mentioned making logging practices better, and that. And so why is logging your main concern as far as producing wildfires, and why would you move to push for logging versus other means for sustaining the environment?
Okay, so I live in a community, or if you know that it's in a forest, and the last several years we've been hit like 3 years ago we were hit really bad by fires. And a lot of people there that have been there forever, and then a lot of people that have come in and looked at it said that it's because we had lots of old dead trees growing because we don't have enough logging. A lot of the logging has been shut down. We had a mill there that was shut down, and that cost a lot of jobs, and it also helped lead to that fires. And I think that's a great way, that logging would be a great way to help reduce fires, but I also think we need to be responsible with it. It's not like cut down a tree and forget about it. We need to plant a tree, or maybe two, so that we still have those forests in future generations.
All right, thank you. Moving on to Youth Governor-elect Sarkar. My apologies. So you talked a lot about deregulation of business. How specifically is this going to better facilitate economic inclusivity and growth in Idaho?
Yeah, sure. So over the past decade or so in Idaho, profits have gone significantly down. Higher regulation on the state level has made different farmers feel like their profits do not really matter towards the state, and rather profits go towards taxes or incentives like that. So I think deregulation in one form could be through tax cuts. Throughout farmers all around the state, there will be a higher incentive for crop yields, and there will be a beneficial surplus towards our economy. But on top of that, the way that this benefits our economy is you can just look at the backbone of how the state of Idaho functions. We depend on the potato industry for exports. And by further regulating or further increasing taxes on those farmers, it de-incentivizes them from advancing innovative types of technology in agriculture. So by cutting back on taxes or other forms of deregulation, it would further incentivize more forms of economic growth.
All right, thank you. And you also talked about education a lot being one of your main priorities. What is your definition of modernizing education, and what specific legislation are you looking to implement in order to focus funding on inclusive learning strategies and can you expand on what those are?
Yeah, so absolutely. I moved freshman year from a school back in Virginia, and at my old school, every student had a laptop. It was insured, and you had access to technology, something that my school, when I moved here, unfortunately didn't have. And I noticed huge disadvantages among a lot of students. So many students that are, I have friends that are dyslexic that go to my school that are unable to read textbooks outside of class. Now, if you have an online computer or you have an online textbook, there are multiple programs that can give you that ability. So that's one way to be inclusive in our modernized education system. About 2 years ago, one of my friends here at Youth Ledge proposed a bill to impose a plastic bag tax, and it put in $5 million of funding towards education. Unfortunately, the bill was shot down towards loopholes, but I think certain incentives such as that come back from the population would be really good towards modernizing education and increasing technology. I think that's what a modernized education system looks like.
Perfect, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Moving on to Youth Governor-elect Wolf. One of the main things that you talked about is preserving the new talent and diversity in Idaho. And the way you want to do that is by allowing more smaller businesses more opportunities. How exactly is giving them more opportunity going to sustain a greater influx of talent, diversity, ideas in Idaho?
Yes, small businesses, they are, everything starts small, whether it's the money, the people, or whatever, and it brings in lots of people because it brings in small businesses. It begins with people and their ideas and what they see or something they want to change, and so we get different ideas because every business is different, whether it's their beliefs or where they come from, and so that brings the diversity. And so me promoting and supporting them and being able to give them a chance to grow and to be able to let them show who they are and where they've come from, and to be able to grow with that small business, to make it, whether if they want to expand on it, to be able to make Idaho bigger and to be able to increase our diversity here.
Perfect, thank you. And moving on to education is one of the other things you're pretty adamant about. You specifically mentioned improving pre-K to middle school. Why do you focus on that range of education and not expanding to high school and into college? And what specific legislation would you implement to improve it?
Okay, so what's important to me is from pre-K to middle school, little kids, they always have all these dreams. When I was little, I wanted to be a mermaid, and I was like, okay, that's cool. But then now I'm in high school, and now I've seen all these things there's everything. There's firefighters, doctors, dentists, politicians, and I just wanted to give that option to the little kids and to be able to give them a chance to learn in school, just how they have free classes for math, learning a little bit of this. And so I wanted to be able to give them a chance to be able to learn things, whether it's engineering, politics, or whatever, so they can be able to have a little bit of knowledge of things as they get to high school, when there's more broader classes that they can take and more options. And the legislative actions I take is I try my best to be able to start classes and give teachers a chance, probably a week, just to whether it's have someone who's a doctor, a dentist, or anyone to come in and speak to the kids and give them more information about what they can be when they're older. So those little kids, when they're oh, I want to be a firefighter now when I'm older, I want to be the first man on the moon, that they can look up to these people and see, hey, I do have a chance at this, even at a young age.
Perfect, thank you so much. Now moving on to Governor-elect Jones. So you talked about